Hey guys, it's Maxie here and welcome to the 30th episode of The Young Team. Or, by the time of recording, the young team that seems to have been completely torn apart by the vultures that are other clubs in football. I don't know if I'm probably recording this a wee bit in advance, maybe a month or so. It's a very addictive save. Jake's away, the Rangers. There's a tug of war going on right now for Davy Turnbull. He's probably gone by the time this video's went live. Gaboli is back at Nottingham Forest. We might get him back, I don't know. And wee Al is just there himself, Alan Campbell. Fitba's mad, Fitba's interesting, but we're of course issuing a young team that'll be a lot of new gens as well in this save, so we'll still get them. Just means our thumbnail's a bit outdated, but what can you do? So, usual, we'll look over the January transfer window. We'll also look over some good results and some, quite frankly, utter trash shite results, as you can probably see by the confidence bit. So, where do we start? We'll go with the results because I need to go over this and I need to cry. So last joined us, of course, we made the 1-0 win over Hibs, and then in the last video we beat Kilmarnock. So that gave us two 1-0 victories. Positive vibes. Played against Rangers at Ibrox, not looking optimistic at all. Took the lead, Ryan Hardy, before ex-Spurs youngster, former Huddersfield Alex Pritchard, and Jordan Jones seems to score against us all the time. 2-1 to Rangers. Not too disheartened, as I say, it was a good performance for the boys. That's really all we can ask for. Trip to St Mirren, positive vibes. Chris Donaldson, the right back, with an early goal. Ryan Hardy made it 2-0 before Victor Pastrana scored a free kick. He's obviously been very lethal for St Mirren this year, and thankfully that's all done against us. Ayr United travelled to Fir Park, 2-0 win. Ryan Hardy, let's just mix up both goal scorers. Ryan Hardy with a goal before a wee bit of nervousness, and Alan Campbell securing the win. And the last game before the winter break was a 0-0 draw at home at Hearts. Not horrible, considering how bad our form had been previously. Two friendlies. I don't know why we invite Victoria Plitzen and Dynamo. We don't seem to do it in real life, but two wins somehow. A 3-2 win. Goals from Charles Dunn, Pat Skelton and Davy Turnbull, before Davy Turnbull scored the winner against Dynamo Zagreb. Then the horror show happened. A trip to Albion Rovers in the Scottish Cup. This gives me bad memories of the time we had a trip to Hamilton to face Albion Rovers in the Scottish Cup, and they beat us 1-0. They didn't beat us this time, it was 0-0, and then you'll see later on the utter shit show. But things again positive. A 1-0 win against Celtic. Rhian Brewster with the goal. Alan Campbell getting sent off was a bit annoying. A lot of yellow cards, but a good win. That was the main thing. A win over Celtic. Fantastic. Lanarkshire Derby. A very tough match, of course. Charles Dunn put us 1-0 up. Nervy game before youngster Scott Thompson, another new gen, of course, with the winner in stoppage time. 2-0. Good result. Positive vibes. Then this shit show happened. 2-2 with Albion Rovers at home, and then losing on penalties. So, to add insult to injury, it was a former Motherwell youth player, Alfredo Aguiman, who put them 1-0 up. Marvin Teshubu Abua, 1-1. They go 2-1 up. I'm thinking, what the hell is happening here? Callum Williams. David Turnbull makes it 2-2. Pretty good. Don't score in injury time. Keep pushing with strikers. Don't score in extra time. Cal McHugh gets sent off in the 119th minute. Then penalties happen. 4-4. Ross McGeechy scores for the home side, and Anthony McDonald scores for the away side, and we tragically are out of the cup, which would have been a nice wee money earner, but nope. We made a complete arse of it. So, since then, form has been a bit poor. Home to St Johnstone was a 1-1 draw. Early goal from Jay Wright and equaliser from Rhian Brewster. And against Aberdeen, a 3-2 defeat. A very, very frustrating 3-2 defeat. You can see took lead, David Turnbull, equaliser for Stephen Mallon. Mitch Clark gets sent off, but the 10 men persevered, and Curtis Main made it 2-1 for Stevie Mallon. And then a last gasp injury time winner by Hibernian centre-back Paul Hanlon made it 3-2. Honestly, you just want to throw the monitor out the window at that point. It's absolutely shocking, but I do believe because of the many fixtures, the Saturday, Wednesday, a few of our players were fatigued, and hopefully now we've had a good break. There's 11 days between the Hibs and the Aberdeen game. We can push on and start to get some wins on the board. Of course, our players are a bit more fresher because we don't have the cup considerations. We just have these 7 games and then the 5 games after the split. Just make sure we finish higher than 11th, and then pray to God we get a good rebuild in the window. So, details of outs. Jack Brown will sign a pre-contract agreement to go to Dundee United, and Jamie Semple to Inverness. Fair enough, 19 and 20. I need them to be a wee bit better than that to progress. What we signed, we panicked. Lee Wallace, he's here for this year and next year. Whether he stays is to be determined, but it just gives us another bit of experience at left back. And Vincenzo Ranella, same kind of idea. It was just to give me another option up front, another battering ram. We were missing Curtis Main, and I just needed somebody else that knew how to put the ball in the back of the net. So a bit of experience. Also, somehow he's our under-18s coach as well. Whether they see out the 2 years, I'd be very, very surprised. In terms of outs, Scott Thompson is back with us, as you know. Jamie Semple's on loan to Partick Thistle now before he makes the move to Inverness. Jan Songo was sold for 5.75k to Peterborough, and loan deals for Yaha, Busaku, and Mark Gillespie, because I just needed some wages off the wage bill, and he was very unhappy. He is going to leave at the end of his contract. It's actually pretty decent, but George Long's a wee bit better. Now, as we play Aberdeen, you can see we are quite hampered by injuries and mostly suspensions, because we are a shockingly filthy team. So missing Jens Odegaard for a long period of time, that bad injury he suffered will see him miss 3 weeks to 2 months, but of course he's already been out for approximately 5 weeks, 6 weeks there. Carl McHugh and Mitch Clark are suspended. Ryan Brewster is out as well. See Thistles with C. 45 days with a virus. And Ryan Hardy is out for another 3 weeks to 2 months as he broke his foot in that game against Hearts as well. So it's a very young side, only one player over 30, which is Lee Wallace at 34. There's like 2 28s, and after that you're 25 and younger. Their benches a wee bit older, but you can see there's people there we're trying to phase out. You know, Scott Wright's just not worked. Scott Tanzer didn't work. George Dowling hasn't worked. So really the summer recruitment there was absolutely pathetic by myself, and something we'll certainly seek to improve on. But it is what it is, and hopefully we can continue to push on the likes of Chris Donaldson at right back. I think he's back in the reserves because Cadden's available, and Martin Innes and Lee Arthur. In fact, I'm going to stick with that midfield trio. What I'm actually going to do, I was actually tempted there to maybe put McDonald on the bench, put Cadden in his box-to-box, but I'm actually going to do that. And we'll go with Charlie Seaman, but that's another guy I feel that's going to leave because he's just not quite developed to the potential level that we anticipated. So we'll crack on before we go in, your league table, just so we know what's happening. 7 points clear of Hamilton in that relegation spot. We just need to push on. The top 6 is ever unlikely unless we can get a 10-point swing on Hibernian. You never know, but I would sincerely doubt it. So it's all about looking to the future. The future is now. Let's fucking go for it. Come on the boys, let's hopefully put in a good performance here, and hopefully give the fans something to cheer. Worryingly as well though, really still struggling to sell someone, so again, a wee bit of debt, and obviously that will be cleared once you get your finishing position money and your television money, but it doesn't really give you that much money to bring in the next superstar that you can bring in and sell for profit. So you're kind of really relying on that youth intake, but at the same time, it doesn't allow you then to go and invest in new facilities. You're pretty much hoping your junior coaching, your youth recruitment is at a good level. So pretty even start to the game, no real chances in the first 50 minutes. Former player Richard Tate is against us. You see they get a couple of good players in there. Trevor Clark, big fan of him as well in this game. But here's Scott Thompson to Seaman, to Turnbull, out to Alan Campbell. Turnbull can place across for Lee Wallace, bursting forward, ball in. Seaman, oh what a chance that would have been. If only that was able to fall to a left footer. That volley could have probably ripped the net in the top corner. But it's positive, you know, this is one of the games we do regularly do as a let's play, because I feel Aberdeen, Hibs, Hearts, they're your kind of trickier games in the league. It gives you an idea where the team's at, if we're quite there or not really. But hopefully, as I say, once we get the team properly developed, hopefully we can kick on and get ourselves into a good position. Because remember, I'm aiming to win the league in the Champions League, and let's not talk about how bad that was. As Ostigard gets a wee flick on, and George Long's pretty much nowhere there with a header. But I'm aiming to win the Champions League with this team. And at the moment in time, I gave myself 6 seasons to win the league, and that's ever not looking likely. Wallace plays it in. Absolutely fantastic tracking back there for Lee Wallace. He clearly could have got that ball to whip it back in, and he was just lazy. Or maybe it's old age. Good chance there for Daniel Mackay, but George Long just tips it around the post. Jason Holt's going to ping this one in, and away by Halme. Here's Mikey Devlin, and that leads to nothing. Great. It's not a fantastic first half at all. Not a lot of chances. We've had no clear-cut chances. We've struggled for possession in the opposition's half, but really, one stupid mistake for the goalkeeper, and that's cost us. So let's see what we can change in the second half. I don't like to go too attacking, to just feel that's going to hinder us. I think we're going to take off Scott Thompson, and we're going to go with Vincenzo Ranella, a bit more experience. I think the next change is likely going to see Turnbull be replaced by McDonald. I'm going to change it to positive instead of attacking, just so we're not really getting countered as much. Because I feel as well, you sometimes just don't attack. You don't get chances when you're on attacking, but if you play positive, you do. It's one of my more favoured mentalities to use. We have the boys a bit of encouragement as well. So the problem is when you're playing with a young squad, body language, character, they can be quite you can see they're nervous, anxious. There's nobody to really grab the game by the scruff of the neck and take them forward. So, as I said, Turnbull coming off, Anthony McDonald, and that's basically going to put us in a more attacking position, as he's going to play as an advanced playmaker in the 10, behind Skelton and Ranella. We'll see if we can open a chance here. Nope, might just be a highlight to take us to the sub. Wallace, back to Campbell, Cadden, it's very congested, Wallace, Turnbull. That's what I like about David Turnbull in this, just shoots for anywhere. And the amount of times, especially in 2D, I don't know if many's playing 2D, but you just see constant raspers. And yet again, shocking from a set piece, but thankfully, young Daniel Mackay's shot ruled out for offside. So when will we make our move? I don't want to go too offensive too early. So we're probably going to sacrifice centre back. And it will be... Oh, they're all playing pretty even. And we'll make it to Shabua. And what we'll do is... Anif McDonald as an inside forward attack. Skelton as an inside forward, as a wide target man actually. Let's try that. And put this fella just up there and we'll have you in there as a poacher. Just see if we can get balls in the box. So we'll change this and we'll just say hit early crosses as well. We're quite direct anyway, so that's a positive. Let's just do that and do that. Gotta love a live play. So let's see how we do. If that pushes us on, we'll change to. We'll see this first. Wallace plays it in. Halme, Dunn, please put that back out to Wallace. In swinger out. So Cadden, can somebody just shoot, please? Charles Dunn on his weaker foot. Cadden, Dunn, Campbell. Good ball out to find Seaman. Ball in. There we go, Ridniella. Perfect. That's why we brought him in. Just that wee bit of experience to guide us over the line. Change to positive now. Give him a wee shout, just telling him to concentrate, keep the heat, stay focused. Maybe we can somehow sneak a win, or end up costing, who knows. Here's Eamon Brophy, looking for Shinnie. Jason Holt, please counter. Oh, Shinnie hits the bar. And thankfully, Lee Wallace just gets the ball away. There's Ziegler. Wallace for Campbell. There's a chance to counter if we don't stupidly give away the ball and have a bit more composure. It's out to Ziegler, nobody tracking, nobody out, Shinnie, boom. So much space in the middle of the park, nobody near him. And that is pretty much going to cost us points here. We'll go very attacking, but I think it's too little too late. Another late goal, and the inexperience of the team has cost. As you can see there, Sam Hughes, Graham Shinney, the only players that really stood out. Leo Ostergaard as well. He never mustered over a 7. But the good thing is, Hamilton get pumped 5-0 off of Hearts, so we still maintain a 7-point gap. But realistically, we just need to start getting there. We'll give the guys a bit of encouragement, but Jesus Christ. This team needs to be completely destroyed and rebuilt again. So, we'll call it quits there for this particular episode 30. But as I say, as long as we don't get relegated, that's the main thing. Just stay in the top 10, a rebuild again, hopefully a kind youth intake, and we'll see what happens. But we ain't giving this up until we win that goddamn league championship. Champions League might be out of sight, but the league championship, that's what we're staying for. So as always, cheers for watching. It's much appreciated. Thanks for taking time out of your day to watch it. If you enjoyed it, drop us a wee thumbs up. Any comments on this, on FM in general? I don't know if anything will be announced for FM20. If so, let me know what you think of that. Your optimism for the next season. Are you happy with your team's business in the summer? Are you pissed off? Let me know as well. As always, just watching. Take it easy. Hit that sub button and the notification bell to know when the next video goes live. And I shall catch you next time. See you later. Bye bye.